Right now on the Albany Street side. Um,
Alright, 101 the problem, 913 headed that way to meet up with security.
they just moved that line over a little bit. So Boston police is investigating shots fired right over here on the other side where Melina Cass is at. So I'm not gonna go through that way because I'm gonna be met with the tape. I can go as far as I can go, but you're gonna see the tape right in front of me. So I'm gonna walk around this way so you can see the other side. I guess they're looking for two suspects allegedly. I'm not too sure what.
Still fine.
Is there anyone at BMC with a vehicle?
Anybody with...
Or load right here.
Thank you.
Allegedly, there's one person shot. At least one person. Early morning. It's like I don't know, like 5:30 in the morning. And there's usually police officers all down this area, so I don't know.
Operation Signal 213.
Yeah.
Sir, I see you guys clear. You guys cleared to take an alarm call?
We're off on that person shot. We're looking for the suspect right now.
Okay, I'll put you off on that call then. It's just the usual alarm anyways.
Charlie Morgan. Hey, can you just take one more right by 2 Another one. You guys want to open up that side over there? We're going to handle all traffic and we're going to do that side. Yeah.
Is that open it?
Yeah, we got it. You got him?
Okay.
101, did you say open it? Correct, so
Let me double check with the problem 913. Stand by.
Might be off of the Bravo. That Bravo using 401.
Alright, let me know.
Supposedly it took place somewhere in here. They said multiple shots rang out. Two people were seen on foot running towards the Sunoco gas station, going that direction.
Bravo 913. Yes, I know this is on D4, but they're asking, because they still see you on scene, can they open up traffic there? So they can open up access to the parking garage from the Albany side, on the Melvia Cat side.
So they're going to be looking at this.
Okay.
Alright, Delta 101. Alright, you can open up on the Albany side, but not on the Cass side. Just open for traffic on the Albany Street side.
So allegedly, this is where the shots took place, up in here somewhere. Not too sure.
You gotta live close.
Hey, me?
Yeah.
Not that close. Well, close enough, yeah. I guess you're right. So they get this whole area blocked off. Just want to show you how much they got blocked off. Roxbury is close enough, I guess, right? Like I said, looked like one person wounded, non-life threatened at this time. Actually looking for two suspects that took off towards the Sunoco gas station. Supposedly it happened somewhere in this area here. Supposedly. Not too sure exactly though. So they're gonna be out here for a little while. Probably documenting some evidence. Wait for the detectives to show up. I guess you can see some food on the ground in front of the doorway there. And you know what? They do their best to keep, or they try to keep the groups moving, but that's why they get these barricades across the street. I don't know if you noticed that. For a while, they had the whole sidewalk blocked off. They since moved those barricades, and they made it so you can't pass onto the grass area. So it's just a walkway. So you have to kind of like walk through. They got it lit up over there. So what they do is, and they have an officer doing a code 19 over there as well. But they try to make it so no one stays on the, they don't congregate on the dirt. But you know, I don't know. How do you prevent that? You got an officer that stays like right. It's like a fixed post. There's normally a fixed post at the corner up here too, right at the corner at the Hampton Inn, all the way where I just came from. There's an officer station there. There's usually one on the other side of that, the roundhouse over there too. So I don't know. So that's what you have, early morning shooting. Gentleman appears to be non-life threatening, so.
On December 1st, 1931, Sergeant John P.H. Wolf was killed in the line of duty. As you go about your tour of duty today, please remember the sacrifices Sergeant Wolf made 94 years ago, as well as remembering the hardships his family endured. Operation Side Victory.
Actually, WBZ was the first one to report this one. They can't, I don't know how I don't know. I think I know how they get it, but they were the first ones up on the radio with the information. Faster than Citizens app. Almost like right away. So allegedly, well, there was shots fired. One person struck. Boston police are actually looking for like two suspects. Not too sure of all the details. A lot of people are gonna want to cut through here, but they're probably not gonna be able to cut through.
No. I have that appreciated morning.
Good morning. The tiger should be in road. I've touched base with the officer.
Yes, I have that. They haven't logged on yet. Thank you.
I think this falls on, well, this is the Bravo side or the Delta side? That's a good question. I think this is the Delta side, actually. It's kind of weird how this district is divided. So from where I'm standing up that way would be, oh wow, Delta. From behind me to Gerard Street going that way would be Bravo. And wow, this car just mid-stopped in the middle of the road. He just He literally just stopped in the middle of the freaking road.
Just walk around.
She's not understanding what he's saying. So I guess he's dropping. She's not understanding. So the driver, I guess that's an Uber or whatever. But the way he stopped, he didn't like pull over to the side. He stopped like in the middle of the road, which is not good either. Typically, he'd probably pull in here and drop her off. Probably realized he couldn't, so he, like I was saying, so from this side in front of me be considered Delta. Behind me will consider Bravo. And diagonally, like towards like South Bay, would be the C. It said the C6 side over there. I think it's C6. The biggest problem is everybody's speeding, so nobody wants to slow down. That's the biggest problem. Everybody's getting off of Mass Ave exit there, and they want to fly right through. And
Well,
so we're gonna hang around for a little bit. The detectives are on their way. They usually don't work the overnight shift like that, but probably come down here and document at least one case. In anyway, they're saying could be more. What else could we see right here?
Like, is there if you're available? I had a coach 13 for you.
And it's kind of dark out here too. Like there's a lot of lights that are not working. I'm gonna show you all the lights that are not working while I'm here. There's several lights, and not only are they on a dull setting, the city of Boston doesn't even invest any money on even replacing the ones or fixing the ones that are out. It's been a known problem for years. They'd rather spend more money on filling up the gas generated lights over here rather than installing the correct lights on the light pole where you won't need that in the first place. Look at this one right here. This one could be a bad driver. Who knows what's wrong with that one? What's happening? Like there's a whole bank of lights that are out that needs to be fixed. This is not City of Boston property, but that's the light out there, you know. But there's several lights on this side that are out. I'm gonna walk down that stretch so you can see what I'm talking about. It's a light pole in front of me. Yes it is, it's out. Yes, in the middle island here, there's two out. I keep walking down. Now I know they got enough tax-paying dollars. They have to. They have to have some money in some fund somewhere, and some city councilor knows about it. It's probably going to a family member rather than fixing up the street lights. Even if they have the rainy day fund, you can pull that out and give us some better street lighting. And then also, you can get on these store owners or these business owners to light up their property while you're at it. If you're all about safety, which you're really not, the mayor should stop all the ribbon cutting, right? Just for one day. You know, you pass out enough turkeys, so you already did enough of that. You come down here and just observe your area, and then say, how can we better the neighborhood? So, what you guys got to do, or what I'm going to do, I'm going to find out who the city councilor is, which I think I already know who it is, but we'll figure it out anyway, and ask them, why are so many street lights out on this boulevard right here? They might say they're not aware of it, but then why aren't you aware of it? You're getting paid. And I wasn't aware they got paid this much money. They're making about $120,000 a year. Now, you're making six figures in the city of Boston. You damn well better do some damn work in the city of Boston, or don't do no work at all. Like, I'm doing more work than them guys, and I'm not getting paid at all. So, how much money is being spent filling that up on a regular basis? It's like 4 or 5 of them around here, and you find some more on the other side over there as well. And why we got the dullest lights in the entire city? Those, if you look at that, that's like a what is that called? I think it's called a warm white, and at the lowest setting. I think it's a warm white.
Alright, it looks like he's a frequent caller. And operations at Kilo 426. Yeah, Kilo 426. From vandalism to her vehicle at 1444 comment. Thank you.
So you guys got a little project. Look up who's the city councilor for this this district right here, and find out what their salary is. Which we think we already know what it is, but get an accurate fact checking amount. Look how dark this looks. Kind of. That's almost sad though, that you got how many millions of dollars being processed through the city, through contracts, through whatever it's money laundering or not. A lot of people say it's money laundering because they've been doing it for years, hiring their best friends to do the job, even though it's not a good job. They hire their friends and cousins of friends and filter the jobs through that way. And it's a lot of stuff they do up there. If you want to for corruption in City Hall, you have to look at the top. You got to. You can't start at the bottom and expect the top to be good. It's impossible. So, it doesn't matter how big, how small the corruption is, start with the person at the top first, and then you work your way down. That's in any company, any corporation, anywhere you go, start at the top first. The top reflects leadership. So that's where it's going to be at, right at the top. I've done it many times before, traced it all the way to the top. And just so you guys know, it'll come out. It'll come out. I'm not going to say that, but it'll come out. Yeah, see how they get this light right here? I don't know why they use these settings on these lights though. And you could go by, you can go right over to Standard Electric, right around the corner. Get some good LED lights and put them up here. And it will be brighter than that little add-on light right there. It's actually facing towards the side. But Rab, a company called Rab makes some very good LED lights for outside lighting. They got all kinds of models, shapes, sizes. You go right over here to Standard Electric, and you can get any model light you want to brighten up this area. You probably can buy these freaking heads up here. Special water, you get those from Rav too. But I don't know. Even where this incident took place, there's like a light out there. There's a light out over there. So these people really don't care about safety. Like, so whoever owns this plaza, which I imagine is owned by one or two people or a group of people, they really don't care about the community themselves either, because you got to hold these people accountable. Because how do you have a property that doesn't have working lights, and this is like a well-known high crime area? How is that possible? And then the other question is, why isn't the city of Boston, because you are operating within the city of Boston, why isn't the city of Boston holding these people accountable for that? I think we know the answer already. Gotta document all the lights up before the light gets too bright, because they might say, well, Mr. Paul, you came by when the lights were off. But now these lights are still on right now. Why is there so many lights? For the most part, it's probably just changing the light bulb. You could retrofit those with LEDs, by the way. This one look like it's been worked on, but it still ain't working. They got a rope running from there to there. That means there's a disconnect on the ground somewhere. But they got enough money to fix it. Get a crew out there and fix it. But see what they're gonna do, they'll probably sub it out to a company of their favorite, and where they make millions of dollars off of a job that probably could have been done in-house, and then try to justify why they spent the money and where they spent the money at. Look how many lights are actually out. Another one of those portable generator lights over there. There was a shooting over there. Yeah. Look at this. It's too many. I think this should be unheard of. I think I call Dan Ray and have him do a segment on how many streetlights are out in the city of Boston. That'll be another topic he can talk about. And since you guys know, Dan Ray is a lawyer, by the way, and he knows all the legal aspects of, you know, deprivation of rights and all that kind of stuff. And if he doesn't know, he has a wealth of information to figure it out. I don't know what time it is. It's like almost 6 o'clock. I never stop to ask people. And I never do that. Like, people ask you what time it is. I don't stop what I'm doing to tell them what time it is. I just give them an estimated time. I remember years ago when people carry watches. True story. People walk up to you and ask you what time it is. And back then, most people had wristwatches on. They didn't have cell phones and iPads and stuff like that. So you turn your wrist to look at your watch, and somebody come up and hit you in the head with a club or something. So you never take your guard off the person that you're talking to. Just tell them, hey, I don't have a clock. I mean, or you give them an estimated time. And if they say it's not the right time, say, well, then you know the right time then, so why are you asking me in the first place? That's how you do it. It's actually 6:15 to be exact, so close enough. The other thing you don't do too, so if you walk on the street and a stranger asks you change for $1, or I mean, years ago you can do that. Nowadays you got to be careful where you're at, especially if somebody asks you for change for a 50 or change for 100. So 2 things or 3 things they're looking for. First, they want to see if you got any money on you. Second of all, they want to see where you keep your money at. And third of all, they want to see how you conduct yourself so they can rob you later on. So that's a lot of tricks that people don't know about. But I don't know why. Well, I know why. There's no funding for it, they say. So the city of Boston should have classes that make people aware of what's going on around them. Like pickpocketers, for example. Downtown Boston is known for pickpocketers. Now what they do, they got sometimes one person, sometimes 2 or more. They distract you and watch you go from store to store and find the best time to pickpocket you. A lot of times it's in the busy subway station or a crowded bus or in line somewhere. Somebody will bump into you and easily lift your wallet or your purse, cell phone. You won't even know it. Now these guys have been doing this for like over 20 years. So these are called professional thieves, and they so good at it, you would never know they were in your pocket unless you paid attention. You know, I'm telling you the truth. Then now they got to find Albany Street. They should be able to figure Albany. Just go around the block. At this point, there should be no cars in that turning lane whatsoever. If you see a cruiser in that lane, right? We talked about this many times. Common sense. Usually, I'm not saying all the time, because sometimes cruisers do park a little weird. They do. But usually, when you see a cruiser in that lane of traffic, usually it means don't go in that lane of traffic, it's closed. Now, it's not necessarily always true, but I find more time than not that it is. So when you enter the city, it's the speed limit 25 miles an hour citywide, unless otherwise posted. So interesting. Now this Northampton Street here, it says it's a private way. So whoever owns that private way, you know, I'm pretty sure the city of Boston just types that up. Who owns Northampton Street private way? Now whoever's the owners of that, they got to be held accountable now, because you're not properly lighting up your property. And I'm pretty sure some of my viewers are going to look that up later on and find out. I always get the information. Somebody either sends me a text or calls me on the phone and tells me exactly who owns the property. Like, I'm not really trying to figure it out, but they'll figure it out. And they know who it is. They're like, well, who owns this multi-million-dollar building right here? And it has to be a couple of owners or 1 or 2 owners. I know Enterprise used to be over here at one point. I don't know if they're still there. A lot of people gonna be upset because they gotta walk around. It says private property. So because Hampton Inn gets their name on it, we're gonna assume that they own the lights and all that stuff too, because they got their logo up top. So they're taking ownership of it without even realizing it. Okay, so Boston police are investigating an early morning shooting down here at, I don't know what you call it, this Massancast, Methadone Mile. They got so many different names to this zombie land. They got so many names they call this place now. Some people call it the meth lab. Another D4 cruiser just pulled up. what's other names they got this? I don't know. They got so many names they call this area now. The Marty Mile. They used to call it the Marty Mile back in the day. I don't know. Maybe it's the Woo Woo Mile now. You got a guy walking right in your scene over there. You guys are not protecting your scene that well. How you let that guy walk in your scene like that, man? You guys, I'm gonna have to train you guys better than this, man. You got 4 officers right here, and let this guy walk right in their scene. I don't know. Maybe do they teach that in the academy? I don't know. We'll find out. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know if they teach in the academy anymore. We don't know. We really don't know. Look at that. People can't even drive. Look at this. Now you see flashing lights and you still pull in front of the car. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. People don't really know how to drive, honestly. So you see flashing lights. You have to see those lights flashing in your rearview mirror. It's almost impossible for you not to see those. I swear, if you couldn't see them, then you shouldn't be driving. Like the first detective is on scene. And it's kind of chilly out here too. So these officers, I know they're not dressed this kind of weather. I don't know if the city of Boston gives them gloves and stuff like that. They give them some thermo. Or they give them I think they give them a. I think they give them a uniform allowance. Yeah, they give them a uniform allowance. So. Get some Sub-Zero gloves out if you have them. If you're gonna be out in the weather, get some gloves that can go at least 30 degrees or below. You got some. They got some pretty good ones out there. You just gotta shop around. For the life of me, I don't know why these cars even get in that lane. If you know you gotta get maybe people can't see too. So I mean that's not a far distance to see a cruiser in front of you. I mean, you're only looking at 100 yards. Now, if you can't see 100 yards in front of you, you really shouldn't be driving at all. Considering the lane starts where that, see where that bus is at right there? That's where the lane starts. So any point before that, you shouldn't be over there in the first place. It's interesting though. He's gonna wait till the other detectives come up. They'll probably process the scene. And this is a very dangerous intersection for drivers and pedestrians. A lot of people are dropping people off right here, which is kind of dangerous too. Dropping people off at the in front of the detective cruiser right there. And a lot of people don't know Boston enough or haven't learned Boston enough to understand. That's why I tell people, whenever, no matter where you are, even if it's your first time in New York, try to get acquainted with the area that you're in. Like I said, I don't know why these cars are doing this. Why are you switching over to that lane and you can see a cruiser that's pretty much right there in front of you? Like, you know that car's not moving because if your vision is not like narrow-minded, you kind of can see the surroundings around the cruiser. Like, I don't know. I'm assuming everybody can see the same thing I'm seeing, but I don't know. Like, when I drive, I try to look at the entire picture of what I'm driving. Not just look at the car in front of me, but what's on the side of that car, left and right, what's in the roadway, like look at the sidewalk. So therefore, I can't be distracted. I can't be on my my cell phone because then I certainly can't see that stuff around me. A lot of traffic right here. Let's see how this traffic moves through. So why is that car doing that? See, he shouldn't even be doing that because that's not where you switch over at. See, now he's still trying to do it. Look, look. So I'm not making this up. I guess they changed their mind. They saw me recording them. So I guess this is where they drop a lot of people off. This guy just did this over here too. So people you can't make this up, guys. Look at this. So you're gonna try to cut between the two cruises to do what? What are you trying to do? What were you gonna go? Try to go up there anyway? Like, what were you really gonna do? What was the purpose of that? Let's call it being absent-minded. That's being absent-minded. That's what that is. It's doing something without a cause or a purpose. Good morning.
How you doing?
All right. Got the cones. You got some cones down there. On this, well, I'm not gonna say that part either. The things that people don't need to know. If they don't know, I'm not gonna tell them. Now, sometimes you gotta get your own information. Like, that's why I tell people, do your own research. Do your own research. People, a lot of people don't want to learn. A lot of people just want to hear what other people tell them. Left his trunk open, but I don't think nobody's gonna bother anyway. At least we don't think so. You never know around here. There's thieves in all walks of life. That's the reason why when you put your crime scene tape up, you wrap it around the poles, because like here they did a good job. Like on these first two right there. But when they got up here, they got a little slack. Then it. We'll hang around for a little bit just to see what's going on, or show you guys what's going on. I think that, I don't know if that's an older style lamp fixture or a newer style. Could be one of those mercury vapor lights in there. It's kind of hard to tell. You have to physically get up there to see. It could. If it's an LED, then it's all the more you should get to fix it and replace it right away. Sun's starting to come up a little bit. Detectives are going to process the scene now. Another car trying the same thing. Look at that. Like, why would you try to go prematurely switch over? So this is where those flex posts will come in handy. You'll prevent cars from doing what they're doing right now. Maybe he should have closed his cruiser because they can't see well, you still can see him, but you can't see him entirely. The flashing lights on the rear of the cruiser. But once these guys process the scene, we're headed out of here because I guess they'd start taking the tape down after that. Then maybe I won't have to walk around the building. I can just cut right through.
Copy that.
Delta 411, I'll take his property back to default.
Okay.
Thank you.
Guess that's it as far as processing the scene. Guess you gotta just tag it and bag it and go from there. And break down the scene. Like, just get ready for the next one, that's all. Yeah. See some of that crime scene tape for a souvenir. And somebody's gonna invent a retractable crime scene tape that they can just reuse over and over again. Some companies like 3M is gonna come out with that sooner or later. Or maybe not. Maybe just want to make money off of this way. Because if you make a retractable one, then you're not making any real money. All right, my man, don't work too hard.
Typically, I work harder, okay?
You're doing all right, my man. All right, so they break down the scene, they document the evidence and everything.
All right, brother.
Hey, take care. Have a good one. And so all you do is report what you see. You know, now that everybody can walk through freely. Now the paperwork is the part. You got to sit at the desk and you got to write reports and all that kind of stuff. Get an image of these officers still breaking down the tape over here as well. A lot of guys from the news media, they turn to my channel to see what's going on. I don't really document all the stuff in the city of Boston. I do a few here and there. I don't get a lot of them, but whenever they hear something on the city, they always turn to my channel and see if I posted something on there first. Now the Citizens app, you'll get. I don't really listen to or watch that Citizens app thing, but I guess they do post a lot of stuff up there too. Just so you guys know, I don't know how cold it is, but it's pretty chilly out here. The water's not quite freezing, so it's not that cold, but it's cold enough. We're going back to the station. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If anything else comes up, we'll get back to you. So the Hampton Inn, they're taking ownership of the property, at least on this side anyway. And they're putting their logo on the signs. So here to say you must own it or pot own it for you to put your name to it. No pocket, public safety only. Like a Mexican standoff. So anybody knows that the cars actually making the turn first. There's supposed to be a stop sign that's facing that way, but yeah, interesting. They should put a stop sign right there too. Might as well if it's private property, right? Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to put a stop sign right there since a lot of cars want to go either way, either or. All right, guys, I'm headed out of here. I just want to show you a little activity in the city of Boston, nothing major. Typical blueprint. Catch you guys on the next one.